There are no emergency medical services on the Yukon section of the Dempster Highway. Drive with care. You betcha. Well, here we are at the start of the Dempster Highway, which really fucking blows ass because the stupid gas station, the car lock doesn't fucking work. It'd be nice to fuel up before you hit it. I mean, if we come back down the Dempster like tomorrow or whatever and still not fixed, we gotta drive into fucking Dawson. That's gonna lick ass. It's another 80 kilometers out of our day wasted, but fucking should have enough fuel to get there, hopefully. Well, here we go, off to the Arctic Circle.
Driving the Arctic Circle was probably one of the most stressful parts of my trip, only because once you get on the Dempster, not only is there no medical services, the day that we went there was hardly anybody traveling there, so if we would have had a breakdown or something serious happen, we would have been sitting there for a long time waiting for somebody to come along and help us. I did have my spot GPS though, that in case someone needed like emergency services, that would be able to be covered. But driving the Dempster Highway, you want to make sure your vehicle is totally prepared for this trip. And then throughout the whole journey, this was the part I stressed most about, was driving on this stretch of the road, because you don't know what's going to happen. The unknown is there. I didn't research too much about it. All I heard is that you don't want to break down here because the tow truck's going to cost you a fortune.
Holy fuck, this is it! The Arctic Circle. Fucking rights. Fucking rights, Arctic Circle did it! Fucking beer time at the Arctic Circle! This is the Arctic Circle. Right here. That's pretty much how it looks from this point of view. Wide open tundra. A little bit of trees down below and shit like that. Even in the Arctic you can find fucking dandelions. Those little bastards are everywhere. All that driving just to make it to the Arctic Circle. I knew I said I was gonna go another 300 kilometers more, almost 400 to Inuvik, but time isn't on our side, so I pushed to make it to the Arctic Circle. And now we're gonna start fucking heading back home. And one last stop on the way is Skagway, Alaska for a couple days, and fucking that's it. The holiday's over, so furthest part of the trip is done. The worst is over.
As I was happy that I made it there to the Arctic Circle without any issues, leaving and heading back home, I did feel sad because the highlight of my trip was over, and basically everything from this point forward is going home. Like the adventure at this point almost felt like it was over. We still had about another almost a week left in our trip. I just felt empty inside, and now we're heading back to town. We did think about stopping in Tombstone Park and camp there. However, when I pulled over to the side of the road to fuel up with gas, I was going to shoot a time lapse there, but as I had my camera set up, it started to snow, so we decided, you know what, we're going to pack it up and head her back to Dawson City and see if we can score a hotel room.
Oh, that's why I was glad I carried extra fuel cans, because otherwise we would have fucking ran out of fuel. Just gotta put her back in the rack, maybe set up a time lapse. I'm not sure how the weather's gonna hold out here, but we'll see. We're almost done driving on the Dempster. This is Tombstone Park, just off the Dempster. It's like 70 kilometers up in the Dempster. Like, look at the views here. Man, this is absolutely breathtaking. Holy motherfucking shit, do you know what this is? This is the end of the Dempster for us. 800 kilometers of gravel roads, the Arctic Circle and back. And we fucking done. We're done. We're heading back to Dawson, gonna try to score a hotel room. And then fucking hopefully do top of the world highway tomorrow, but we gotta plan that shit out tonight.
If you ever go to Dawson City, the casino is one place to check out because the burlesque dancers are pretty cool to see. And as the night goes on, the show gets a little bit more raunchier.